workout is just a run, and it's just me. Okay, this morning. All right, let's go.
Usually isn't considered empirical, however, weight is not a protected class, so this would be a feasible variable to introduce. We did find some research that said that employees who are obese can have more expensive workers' compensation claims because some of the procedures and surgery.
Today is project presentation day, and I consider it the most important day on the WPI campus. Today is more important than graduation. Graduation is a ceremony about celebrating something that you've already achieved. But this day is actually achieving it. At WPI, we complete MQPs, major qualifying projects. It's our way to say senior projects in somebody's major field. And so people spend their senior year working on a project in a team, and then they present on project presentation day. And so all of the hard work, all of the hardships, all of the hardware not working and the software not working, and teammate issues and any advisor issues, all of those stories and all of that work comes together into what you see today.
This is our humanoid walking robot. Our goal is to create an anatomically correct robot using soft robotics, which are the hydra muscles. Those hydra muscles are latex tubing inside of the sheathing that only expands longitudinally but not radially. And so the way we can do that is it simulates normal human muscles, and all the muscle groups and all the muscle attachments are anatomically correct.
We have some ligaments that help constrict the motion of the joints, so they constrict the range of motion so that they walk in an anatomical way. And all of that combined has let us create each individual step of the gait cycle.
These muscles were patented by Popovich. He's a professor at WPI, and basically we want to prove that these muscles can have further applications in both biomedics and prosthetics. Right now we're going towards a point in which basically these can be used for either replacement or adaptation.
Lots of lecture halls and all of the professors on campus are occupied with project presentation day, and so the campus effectively stops. There are no undergraduate classes today, and that gives the undergraduates chances to go and see the presentations. There are always a few undergraduates that use this day as kind of like a free day, where since they don't have any classes, they just stay at home, but anyone who's not a loser will go and see the presentations.
This is an autonomous longboard that can take you from one point in campus to another completely autonomously.
A big difference between what we have our current longboard and electric ones now is we have our own steering system, because the way electric longboards work currently is you have to lean back and forth in order to get it to turn. We built our own custom steering system so it drives on a motor, so that way it can turn autonomously.
The idea can be really used on any other platform. It doesn't have to be a longboard. It's a longboard right now because we want to be able to drive it on a sidewalk so that we don't have to get on the road. So it's narrow, it can let other people pass. But this idea is very transferable to any sort of platform. It can be in office campuses, in hospital campuses, or anywhere for goods and stuff delivery, or people riding it, any kind of autonomous mobility.
Different departments run project presentation day differently. Right now we're in Alden Hall and we're overlooking the mechanical engineering poster presentation session. The different departments have their presentations in different buildings, and some of them are poster sessions where students stand in front of a poster and stand with their project for a few hours and people come by to see them. But other departments also have set times for presentations. All of that is happening on campus concurrently. So if you know you want to hit certain presentations, or you know you want to see presentations of friends, or a presentation that looks really cool, you have to really schedule it out beforehand. That way you can go to presentations that are at set times and still be able to make it to the poster presentation sessions in between. When you show up on project presentation day, these books are available. And these books show the times, presenters, titles, and locations of all the presentations today. Somebody could show up morning of and look in the book and figure out what presentations they want to go to and then plan out their day. But a project presentation veteran will tell you to actually plan it out the night before. This same book is released as a PDF, so you can just go on WPI's website and put everything you want to see into your calendar the day before.
Well, I have a confidential MQP, so I presented in a closed room to a select group of judges, and now I'm free to go look at other MQPs.
I found Rachel at the mechanical engineering poster presentation session, and now we're gonna go see Alex's. Curtis, are you also going to see Alex's presentation?
Yes, I'm going to see Alex.
Yeah, let's go.
Go, Alex.
Curtis, how have you been enjoying the presentations?
Oh man, I've been hopping from building to building. Last year I judged here
Right.
in SL. And
We gotta go see everything today.
Oh, AK is the best. It's a toyland.
For the presentations that are at specific times, campus is basically running on 20-minute blocks. So in a lecture hall, a team will present for 10 minutes, there'll be 5 minutes for Q&A, and then 5 minutes to switch out both the audience and presenters before the next presentation is supposed to begin. It is a very tight schedule, and if one presentation goes a minute late or one presentation starts a minute early, it is very, very tight, especially when you're trying to go from one presentation to another in different buildings. Today is also a really good opportunity to dip into something that is really outside of your major field. All of the disciplines are so different, and so attending another department's presentations gives you a chance to see what they do.
After pressing and initial imaging, we noticed that the sensor formats were more effectively bonded to the COC, as well as the nanoparticles and the dye were more evenly distributed across the surface. This also produced a more optically clear layer of the nanoparticles, which was due to the fact that at 120 degrees we assumed that the structural nanoparticles actually melted, thus releasing the green indicator chemical. We also noticed that the sensor format thickness decreased under 10 microns, which was within Draper specifications.
How was your solo 5K this morning?
It was so good.
Nobody showed up. Nobody showed up.
No.
So I saw the video, I was like, oh, is he just like running away from everybody and stayed longer? But then I realized like nobody actually showed up.
Nobody else showed up for my 5K this morning.
Are you coming to the show tonight?
What's happening tonight?
We are giving AC Fest 24 SHM Goes Camping. It's going to be 4 guest groups and us performing and singing a number of songs with some skits in between as transitions. So it should be a great time.
Say hi. Say hi, baby. Good boy. Yeah, good baby. He's so excited. He's met so many people today.
I've yet to see the electrical engineering and the robotics projects, so that's where we're headed next.
One thing that was like, I guess less technical, more logistics, is we thought we were getting
So this robot was made for NASA's Mars robotic mining competition. NASA wants the ice under the Mars surface to produce fuel for return trips back to Mars to reduce costs of manned missions to Mars. The main idea is for the robot to start in one zone, travel across the simulated Martian terrain, excavate the simulated icy regolith under 30 centimeters below the surface, and return and deposit the collected material back.
palpitation system as opposed to like a joystick for movement. We found that using a joystick quickly gave playtesters motion sickness.
By mid-afternoon, most of the project presentations have been completed, but today is not just Project Presentation Day. Today is also part of the WPI Choral Association's Alumni Weekend. This is different from WPI's general Alumni Weekend, where all alumni are invited back to campus. This is specifically for the singers. This is Alden Voices and Glee Club hosting our own alumni. Our Alumni Weekend started last night, Thursday night, where we went to sing at O'Connor's, which is a local restaurant. And this is something that we do 4 times a year, once each term. But the D-term trip is always special because there are more alumni with us. Tonight is AC Fest, Acapella Fest 24, which is an acapella show hosted by WPI's Simple Harmonic Motion. Tomorrow, Saturday, we rehearse as Glee Club and Alden Voices, and combined we have a big dinner with all of the alumni, and then we have festivities afterwards. Then on Sunday, we have our annual Alumni Weekend show. Bye guys!
I actually don't know. I do have my wallet. Cool.
Alright, I got the door.
Thank you!
See you at the show. I'm gonna take all of you to AC Fest. Hey, get in this vlog too.
Hello.
You had a great presentation today. Good job.
Yeah, I'm trying. That's fun. Thank you for stopping by.
Hello, Mr. White.
Daddy boy, the pipes
small.